Chairman, Speaker, Chairman of the Irish Famine Memorial Foundation, Mr. Gill, Minister Carey, Ambassador, Consul General, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, what a lovely thing it is to be gathered here, isn't it, on the banks of the Hudson on a gorgeous Sunday afternoon, when we who gather here have probably just arrived after lunch, a lunch that was no problem to us, and we gather in sacred memory of the many, many men and women, the 2 million who came here to the United States in the aftermath of the Great Famine, but in a particular memory of the 1 million whose lives ended, whose lives were wasted as a result of An Gorta Mór, the great hunger, the great starvation. I had the privilege, as you heard, of being here for the dedication some years back, and it was evident then that this little piece of Mayo landscape, which lies just at the back of us here, that it would become a beloved place, a place that would be visited by a lot of people, and that it would come to mean a lot to them, a place of special pilgrimage. And what a wonderful thing it is to think that here in Manhattan, here in Battery Park, many of those who arrived from that famine-scourged Ireland back over 150 years ago, what they would not have given to see a Mayo field, even though they had left those fields behind in terrible circumstances. The memory of them and the absence of them, the being away from them, broke their hearts for many, many years, in fact for many generations to come. They carried those broken hearts even as they tried to make new and unbroken lives. So they would have given anything to see this lovely Irish homestead here in Manhattan with its stones and its plants and the modest little cottage on the hill behind us here. They were very special people, each one of those, and in this place they're given their special voice. Those who came here, the survivors, they had a different kind of voice. They never forgot their homeland, they never forgot what was left behind. In the most meagre of jobs, in the most miserable of circumstances, with all sorts of aches in their heart, they sent the money they were able to scrape together, they sent back home, and I'm sure many of them went without food too, in order that people back home would have something. They were extraordinary. They helped to stem the tide of poverty back in Ireland. They sent the money back that helped to educate a new generation. And their children, their grandchildren, their children's children who flourished here in America, they also never ever lost faith with Ireland. We count them among our friends and our family. We count them among the people who stand shoulder to shoulder with us when we award credit for our peace process, which now is really a wonderful jewel. I can't say in Ireland's crown, we don't have crowns, but it's a jewel in Irish life now. The wonderful joy, the first generation to truly know peace and partnership on the island of Ireland. And that is thanks, in large measure, to the friends and family here who kept faith with Ireland's struggle. The struggle for independence, the struggle in recent times to end conflict. We know, and you all know, that the Great Hunger radically altered Irish history. And what's extraordinary about this day, I think, and indeed this whole space, is the people who died, those million who died, men, women and children, they were routinely neglected and routinely overlooked by those in authority. And it's an amazing thing here that people in authority here in this city have decided to give those people the respect they did not get in their own life and time. The sense of the sacred and their dignity that they did not get in their own life and time. And in particular to ensure that their voice still has something very powerful to say in this world of ours. Because the memorial, linked as it is in a very important part of this city, you know, not too far away we can see, virtually see the Statue of Liberty from here. We can see to the right, I've just been next door in Mercy Corps Centre, a place, an action centre, a call to action, to get involved, to take responsibility for the poor of this world. So here, every single one of those who died in Ireland's great starvation, every one of them, through this memorial, they have a new life. They have While they haven't got breath in their bodies, God knows anymore, nonetheless they have power. They have power in their memory, and that power makes this memorial an engine of